Are you plugged in or are you plugged out?
What's up, y'all? I'm your hostess, Miss Cash Out.
And I Miss Say Whatever. And thank you guys for tuning in on today on our podcast. This Thursday at 7 o'clock. We see our viewers going up, but for those who have chimed in already, whether you are on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a family member to chime in on tonight. But before we get started, we do have our Cash App down at the bottom, scrolling across the screen to let you know that if you would like to put a blessing to our podcast, you can leave it at Plugged Into a Podcast on Cash App. And also, like we do every podcast, we just want to make reference to the reason why we're doing our podcast on today, or why we just do it in general, which is to help our Black community and our culture put each other on and not tear each other down, and support one another. And today our topic is love make you do crazy things.
Crazy.
Are you a Will Smith? Are you willing to risk it all? Are you willing to risk it all?
We'll get on to that.
So we do have some people coming on, our viewers. We're going to wait a little bit. How was y'all day? Like I said, go ahead and share it. Tell everybody, come on. Like, subscribe. All get that good stuff. We got a good hot topic of the week.
Hot topic. Yeah,
hey, Kayla. Hey.
This has really been a trolling topic all week.
Yes.
Happy Friday Eve.
Yes.
Today my Friday. Yes, sir.
Y'all, it's this Will Smith topic, honey. It's a lot of ruffles. It ruffled a lot of people up.
And Chris Rock too, though.
And Chris, he sure did. Listen, homeboy don't even know what to say now. Okay, nah, but for real, we gonna chime in and get it popping and started on tonight. And also on tonight's podcast, you guys can interact. We won't have no guests. You guys are just chatting it up, chiming in with us. You can leave your questions in the comment on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We will see them and we will answer them the order that they come in. And if we don't, I promise you we'll get you at the end. Right?
Thank you. Say whatever.
All right.
Bet. All right. So as she did state, today the segment is definitely going to be, a trending topic, but also something that we all can relate to, which is relationships, regardless if you are single, if you're married, if you're, kind of in a poly, all that. Everybody, can put your little input or whatever. Well, let me not say little input because it's big inputs, but everybody can put your inputs in the comments, and we're gonna flow that way today. It's just open discussion, but that's what we'll be talking about on today's segment. All right, so we got we live. We got the viewers on. All right, bet. So I'm gonna pull this up here on the questions that we got. I did post questions on Facebook earlier today, so I'm referencing back to that. All right. Hey, everybody, for joining. We appreciate you. We have all our ats and tags scrolling at the bottom along with the Cash App. If you missed that part, all right, bet.
So what we're going to do is actually talk about the main thing that was going on around social media on today that happened at the Oscars before we get into our questions, because this will actually lead to our relationship questions and married questions, single questions. Are you a Will Smith? Would have did the same thing if you was Will Smith? Me? Yes, I would. I wouldn't have cared. I put the church. I wouldn't have cared where we was at. Because if you me personally, if you disrespect my wife, whether it's church, work, the courthouse, I'm gonna just put you in your place where we at. And then I'll deal with the consequences after the fact. Now, I know a lot of people say that they wasn't gonna do that. But Miss Cash Out, what would you have did?
Oh man, yeah. So I'm pretty much like Will. I mean, sometimes we don't think. We go off a reaction. I mean, at the time, yeah, he may have, he thought it was okay, but once that look, Jada, whatever Jada did to make him like it ain't a he moment, he reacted, and me, that's how I am. I'm going off a reaction for real, like, but yeah, I probably would have did the same thing, if not a little bit worse than that. For real, me just being honest. But I mean, a lot of our viewers and Facebook friends and the media and blogs, all that has been saying that he pretty much he did too much. If it was August, he wouldn't have did it. That was a different situation. I honestly think him and August probably they had some words or something. He said something. He handled it.
I know that Will Smith,
it just
probably said something. I don't know him personally, but we share the same sign, which because he's a Libra. So I know for a fact that he probably did say something, but because he didn't do it in public like he did Chris Rock, a lot of people think that he didn't say nothing because of the extent of what happened between him and Jada, because that was open publicly. Right. But I'm pretty sure he addressed the issue to him. Now, as far as that slap that he did, me, I agree with it. Like I said, I totally agree with it. Yes, Libras are definitely unbalanced.
Very much.
Yeah, we are unbalanced, but it takes us a lot to get there. It's like, it takes us a lot to get there. So I felt like Will was fed up. Like his life is already open to the public. And then when the cheating situation came on, but in our reality, Jada didn't really cheat on him, and he said that in the interview that they had a mutual agreement that they can see other people, and that's what we as the people didn't see. That is not in that community did not know what was going on inside their household. So we didn't know that. Only thing that we seen was she cheated, and it was with somebody younger. But they had a mutual agreement. They could do whatever they wanted. And Will Smith actually cheated on Jada as well before Jada cheated on him, if you want to say cheated. So, I mean,
technically, yeah, it's not cheating
if they had an open relationship. And he said that on the interview. So a lot of people refer back to, oh, well, he shouldn't have did that because
it was the Oscars. And that's another thing I seen. If it was on the BET Awards, Hip Hop Awards, whatever, Nickelodeon Awards, like what big of a what's so big about the Oscars? Like,
because we see it with white people.
Yeah, let's say
Caucasian. Okay, Caucasian. I'm sorry, Caucasian, because we see it with a different race than ours.
That really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, okay, so yeah, I know they like, oh, we don't know how to act when we go somewhere. That was being said, but I mean.
Who do
that can happen anywhere. For real though. But it just happened on my big thing is it happened on national TV. So everybody in the world could see it. And then that's why they made a big deal about it. Let's chime in. Let's see what we got. He was too. Yeah, he was. He snapped, then thought about it after the fact. I mean, yeah, sometimes we don't think. We just do. We think about it afterwards. Yeah, like that's me. I'm thinking about it after the fact, like, oh, maybe I should have. Let's see. Depends. There's always a certain level of self-control I personally think to display. I try to allow my emotions to inform me, not to lead me. I do not take kindly to disrespect, so I may warn you before it gets physical. Yes, definitely. I ask myself, is it worth the consequences? Who really wins in the end? Definitely. My thought process, I can't say what will, should, or shouldn't have done because I'm not in his marriage, don't know his state of mind. I think he should be extended grace because everyone gets out of character. Definitely
I
true.
totally agree
I
with
agree
that,
with
Miss
that.
Kayla. I do agree.
I agree.
I totally agree with that. I do. I agree with that.
You said that very well. Yeah.
Yes, she did. I totally
Consequences
agree
and
with
all.
that.
Thank you for that, Miss Kayla. Let's see. Let's see.
So Miss Rika, she said that he chose a black woman. And he did. I felt like he did. And I felt like with him being friends with the Smiths, he should have knew or he knew about Jada's, I want to say, health condition, because alopecia is a health condition because it deals with bacteria and all that stuff with your hair growth and things like that.
Right.
So, excuse me, I felt like he did know because Jada was she was open about it on all social media platforms that she has. And if you're my friend of me and her and her husband, let me say that her and her husband, then you should have known that I was going through this. And this is not his first time coming for Jada. This is his second time coming for her. So I felt like Will felt like, okay, I let you pass with the first one, but now I'm about to get you.
Right.
And that's how I looked at it too. Because the first time you talked about how she was gonna boycott the Oscars because they wasn't invited or black people was never invited, and now you come back again about the show that she's doing, the movie that she's in, or you referenced her to that movie about her being bald headed. I mean, everybody is not bald headed by choice. Some people can't have hair. I mean, but that don't mean that you will make a joke about it because that's like you making a joke about somebody, I don't know, that has breast cancer, and you be like, and you're my friend, and you be like, oh girl, that's why you got one breast and I got two, and you expect me not to get offended by that, and I'm your friend, and I'm gonna get mad, and most likely I'm gonna cuss you out, and I'm not gonna be your friend no more, and I probably would have did what Will did, smack you for saying that, but hey, to each his own, to each his own. So we wanted to talk about that for a little bit, to get into these relationship questions. I know we got some more viewers coming in, but what's your relationship status? What's your relationship status? Y'all married, single, divorced? You know. Oh, we have somebody else.
Okay, so
Okay, hold on. Before we move forward, what Miss Kayla say?
she said that first one is when the warning should have came. He should have said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Don't play with her." Yeah.
Yeah, he should have reversed it.
Yeah.
So that I get what you said. So he should have reversed it to where if he said that, then Jada could have said, okay, okay.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Because a lot of people was like, if she really loved him and if she really was some type of wife, she would have prevented him from doing it. He just got up. How she was supposed to know what he was about to do? She probably thought he was about to go up there and say something funny on the mic. She didn't know, but then I did see a clip today after he smacked buddy Chris Rock. She laughed. I mean,
that's something I would do.
I mean, yeah, like dang, you know what I'm saying? But
that's something I would do. I'd be like, whoo.
You can't prevent
my
me
wife,
if I'm
my
in
wife
the
that had my back like that.
Yeah. And
I would have been like, honestly, I would have high fived her like, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I got
that's what I would have did.
A viewer on Instagram. They stated, he's a comedian. That's his job.
We get it. You just getting paid to do what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, if you did not write that joke, and you would be if he's a friend of theirs, like how they say they are, then he should have warned them and said, hey y'all, my people wrote this joke. I'm just letting y'all know this is what I gotta say to warn them or to let them know, to alert them that that's what they that's what he was about to do. Because as a friend, me, I'm going to say that. I'm going to warn my friend. I'm sorry, I'm going to warn my friend. Or what I'm going to do is say, I can't do that joke. Write another joke about them. That's just
Like on air or before?
I would have kind like because Chris knew what he was gonna say way before
Okay, yeah.
the Oscars have before they went live. He knew what he was gonna say because he has to practice. So he could have called a text and said, "Hey, look, they wrote this joke. Will they wrote this joke about your wife, Jada? They wrote this joke about you. Is it okay for me to do this joke before I do it? Because I know you're dealing with alopecia." And that would have opened it up to Jada and Will to say, yes, it's okay to do it. Or no. And I wouldn't have did the joke at all. Once they said no, me being a friend, I wouldn't have did it. But to each his own. Everybody has their own mind, you know?
I think it was more of everything they've been going through for years that he have been keeping inside of people laughing about the marriage and relationship. He couldn't take it anymore. He held a lot of stuff in that made him lose it. Should he have did it? No, but sometimes people explode. I totally agree.
Totally agree.
For real. He was fed up. Even his own mama was like, I didn't expect that. Like, I guess he was just tired of it. Sometimes you get fed up. When you're fed up,
You're fed up.
Second time, that's on site. You're right. That's on site. I'm sorry. I should have read all these boards, but hey, it's okay. It's all good. You almost okay. So these people
Sometimes
that
you
checking
gotta.
in.
Sometimes you gotta let a man be a man.
Yeah,
that's right.
That too.
Because think about it. If he didn't be that man, he would have had to deal with when they got at home. Like Jada said, "Oh, so you couldn't defend me?" That would have been an argument that he would have had to dealt with. And because that would have. So I think he did it the right way. I feel like he did what he needed to do as a husband, regardless of what they've been through. I just feel like that.
All right, let's see. Okay, you can stop squinting, hun.
Okay,
I
can
feel
put my
like
glasses
he
back
should have
on.
been putting on for us since it's very
Ooh,
few
I
of
can
us
see
that
that.
go to the Oscars. Just think about how long Will and Samuel L. Jackson been in the game, and they're just now getting an award. Like, yeah, I mean, he worked hard for it. You're right, and sometimes you got to put in a lot of work just to be, our color, just to get where you're supposed to be. I mean, that's definitely facts for real. He was disrespectful, but being devil's advocate, how is it different than people joking on LeBron hair? For example, they drug him through the mud. They definitely did. I mean, it is disrespectful. I mean, it's levels to all of that for real. But these comedians, they feel like, okay, we get a pass,
and
we
they
can
don't.
do it.
And
We
they
can do
don't.
it. I mean, that's just like going to a comedy show. I mean, of course, they're like, oh, don't sit in the front when you're going in the comedy show. They're gonna
They
troll
warn
you.
you.
They do tell you that, but yeah, that's kind of open. But this is like broadcasted, so they definitely know what they're about to say. So, like you were saying before, like that's your people
Warn them, yeah. Because that's like when we went to the comedy show in New York, and it was the front row, and I think we was the first couple of people that was in there, and they was like sitting in the front,
Yeah.
and I looked at you and I said, "Babe, you want to sit in the front?" And they said, if you sit in the front on the first two rows, y'all gonna be their main target. And Lord behold, we was on the second row.
Yes.
We was on the second row, and because we are two gay females, lesbians, Lord behold, did he crack a joke? Every last comedian cracked the joke to us. But it was like they told us to expect it. So we just laughed it off. I just like laughed it. I didn't pay no attention to it because it was like he warned us. Maybe if he would have warned them with him being friends with them, they would have took it different to me.
It sounds about right.
Okay. So you ready to get into these questions?
Yes.
Okay, but if y'all can still write your comments and stuff and your opinion or what you think about Will Smith and Jada and Chris at the Oscars. But like I stated, we're gonna get started with some relationship questions, to help y'all out from personal experiences and where we are now. And that's why we asked you guys, are you guys single, married, divorced, y'all relationship status?
All right, let's get into it. So, some trending topics or questions that came out to us. The first one is: are you arguing to get your point across, or are you going to talk about it and be an adult about it?
What you say?
Oh, you want me to?
Miss Cash Out.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
I'm not finna argue. I'm not arguing. I'm not doing it. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm gonna walk away. Call me whatever you want to call me. I gotta go. Let me go cool off. If I'm mad or you mad, I'm definitely gonna walk away.
She does walk away.
I'm not dealing with it. So I'm gonna be a person that's gonna go cool off, walk, whatever, do what I do. Right.
She walks away. Me, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and you gonna hear what I gotta say, because whatever you did made me react the way.
Exactly why that's her name is.
It made me act the way I reacted, because you're not about to play with me like that. You're not about to do that. But if it's like you make me feel some type of way, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna come to you. But if you just ignore me, I'm not trying to argue. What happened is our partners or our spouses feel that we are arguing when we're not arguing. I know somebody feel me, because if we be like, babe, why you didn't do this today? Like, why you didn't wash the dishes today? And then they be like, because I ain't had time to. And I be like, well, what did you do today? You just played the game. You had time. That's not me arguing. I'm just asking questions. Like, they have to learn how to know you and where you coming from. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because she likes to walk away. I don't. I like to stay.
By the way, she ain't saying I don't wash dishes because I don't.
No, she do. Y'all, these are examples, because she washed this.
I'll be
Yeah.
get in the kitchen.
Yes.
Wash them dishes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Oh, we gotta
We're gonna come back to that.
We'll come right back.
So Myra, we're gonna come back to you.
Mirror,
we're going to come back to you. I'm sorry. So Miss Earl, that is correct. It's your tone and your delivery. That is correct.
I'm working on that.
I am working on that too. Yes, you are totally correct with that. You totally. I can't even say that.
So yeah. I mean, but you'd be like, babe, why you talk? She asked me earlier, babe, why do you talk so low? Oh, when I raise my voice, oh, you need to lower that tone, or you got an attitude.
She talks like this. How she's talking right now, it's just she only talking like that so y'all can hear her. She be like, she be like, babe, I want you to say, babe. What you doing, babe?
That's that aggressive leaper.
That's how I want you to talk to me. But I mean, I can settle for, babe, what you doing? But she whispers like, I'm like, what you say? I can't hear you. Speak up.
Oh, you got some people agreeing. Okay.
Thank you. See, I knew somebody was going to agree with me.
Okay, that's all good. That's because that's your friend.
Yes, Ashanti.
Quiet Storm. Quiet. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My lips was dry.
Okay,
oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, she is a quiet storm for real.
But notice at the end what they say.
A storm.
Storm.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted.
Yes. Yes.
I'm chill until
y'all think I'm something else. Oh no. If you don't know Lolly and know her, then you don't know her.
But what about you saying nice and they still think you trying to start a fight? Go up.
Why we do this?
She really want to be my son.
No, she want to be my daughter.
Good one.
That's a good
Because
question.
yeah, you gonna say it? 'Cause
I don't know, cause mm,
when you be nice, it's like that's like, oh, I won. So of course that's like, oh, that's a fight right there, because you don't want the other, your significant other, to feel like they want to fight. You want to be the one to win the fight. So yeah, staying nice and they still trying to cause a fight. That's a fight off gate just because you're being nice. So just walk away, breathe, be like, you know what? Let's talk about that later. Right now, we both we two heated people. We can talk about it later. And honestly, that I ain't even gonna lie. That has kind of worked a little bit here and there for us. I mean, we ain't perfect, but that has
Right.
worked. I mean, sometimes you gotta just be like, look,
we'll talk about it
we're
later.
mad.
Yeah,
We're mad.
let's
just talk about it.
But that also comes with growth too.
Yeah.
And the longer you be with your partner and or your spouse, the longer you be with them, the more you'll learn them.
Right.
Because you really don't learn somebody right when you start dating them. And you learn them every day. You learn something new about them every day. So say you say something nice to them, then if they still want to fight about it, and it depends on if the same thing over and over again. But like I said, you just gotta learn them. For me, because at first I knew who she was because we was friends. I knew her personality and stuff like that because we was friends before we started dating. And then I actually learned more about her once we got married. And now the things that I did before we got married, I don't do those things now. So I know if she say, "All right, babe, I ain't talking about it. Give me 20 minutes to talk about it because I'm up here. Let me come down." I know to go in the room, turn on my TV show, and let her be until she come in the room and say, "I'm ready to talk about it now." Because you don't want to go to them and still pick at them because that's when a fight starts and a big argument starts, and you don't want that.
Yeah, and we don't condone violence, you guys.
We don't. Yeah, no violence. Domestic violence is dead. Like, we don't do that.
All right, let's see. Let's talk about narcissist partners. I mean,
girl,
I feel like your partner should always be considerate, not just of themselves. It's not always about just them. I mean, I'm 50-50 with that. 50-50 with that. Most definitely. I don't want to get too deep on that, but most definitely 50-50. You just got to know how to deal with it to a certain extent. I can't really personally say because I haven't dealt with
me either.
But that's something that we can piggyback on if we have somebody that can relate. Mira, thank you. That means they got something else going on. Yeah.
For another day, I'm curious about the changes after marriage. What type of changes?
That and that is gonna be a segment because that is something that it happens. It do, like people really change. Make sure I'm looking dead in the camera. People really change after you get married. They change. I mean, not the significant other people. It's the people that family members, friends, all that outsiders. That's who change. It's not necessarily.
It's not really your significant other.
Yeah. Other than like you will look at it like, okay, a respect thing. Like,
it's like another level.
You my husband, you my wife. Yeah. Now, like you need to respect me because this is that authority that I have now. It's not no boyfriend.
I wouldn't even think about it as authority because
that's how I look at it. It's just it's like a higher authority. That's it, because everything else is pretty much the same.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't look at it as authority.
Okay. Oh, you don't like that? You know, like
no, because authority means that you have power. You have power to a certain extent.
Yes,
but because
you have power.
Okay, so listen. But okay, so yeah, that we're gonna do that as another. We got you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you want us to do it next week? Because we got you.
Yeah, it's okay. Definitely, yeah, we're gonna pick back then. All right,
Pick
you
and
have
choose
to
your
pick and
battle. Yeah, your battles.
you do. But sometimes we don't know which battle to choose, though. That's how I always, with my mom and my grandma, aunts, uncles, I always used to tell me that.
Pick your battle.
How do you know?
Because I
how to
always
pick 'em?
choose the wrong one.
Yeah, it's like even when you think this is the right choice,
It be the wrong choice.
but it's the wrong choice
Ooh.
of somebody else, so it's not technically.
No, so it'll be the wrong choice.
No, because I can think something is the right thing, and to you, that's not right.
Yes, yeah, because we just talking about that earlier. Yes, definitely. I think she was talking about the narcissist.
Okay,
Yeah.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Piggybacking on the narcissist concern. Miss Earl stated that they are more controlling and try to isolate you. They need therapy and possibly medication. It's hard to be in a relationship with someone like this. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I'm glad I ain't had to deal with that because you're not isolating me.
Because you can't tell me where to go and where I can go.
Okay, I'm good. Excuse me. That's fine.
And let me add this: you can't tell me who to hang out with and who I can't hang out with.
Period.
But no, to a certain extent, you like if one of my friends or my family is a hoe or they ain't doing good, I expect my wife to say, "Babe, that's your family, that's your friend, but you need to pull back because I don't want your name attached to that. I don't want you. I'm not saying you can't hang with your people, but I don't want people to feel like
I ain't saying nothing.
I don't want people to think. But at the same time, you know, I ain't about to tell you what to do. I ain't about to tell you what color to wear. I ain't about to tell you how to do your hair. What you do? No, do what you want to do now. It's up to her if she want to go, if she don't want to go. I ain't controlling none of that. No, because sometimes you need that. You need that space for real.
Family people in your circle begin to show their spots. Things start coming to light on how they feel. That's it. That's it. That's all. Period. They do. When it comes to picking battles, that's when you go with your intuition. Absolutely agree on that. Intuition, I always go with that. Sometimes though, because I used to hate when people like, oh yeah, my woman's intuition. Sometimes that shit is wrong. Excuse my French. It be wrong sometimes. Women intuition. Yes, it do. It be wrong sometimes. And I'm a woman that's relating. It be wrong.
I think it's right.
No.
Okay, well,
A lot.
sometimes I think it is true because I ain't gonna lie, we being real, right?
Girl, you go off of a dream. She would think a dream is. Do you think that dream is something?
Yes, because no, dreams do really
sometimes.
mean something.
Sometimes.
Dreams do. Okay, so listen, right? So we said we're gonna be real transparent here, right? So one time, this was before we got married, like a couple years back. I felt like I'm gonna use this, but okay, she had got a text message from one of her friends, and it had like the little heart emojis. You probably know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say no names, but the person had heart emojis and stuff like that. And that's when I used to go through her phone, right? And I seen it, and my woman intuition. Well, before that, I went through her phone. It was like something said, "Oh, she doing something." But sometimes you gotta be mindful because your mind will play tricks on you, right? So I was like, oh, she doing something. Okay, well, I'm about to go through her phone. And which I did. Went through all her text messages from mama, grandma, sister, brother, uncle, all them. I seen everything. So it came to her friend. And they was co-workers at the time. And it was like heart emojis and stuff like that. And I seen it. So of course it came to a big old spill or whatever. And at the end, it comes out that that was just her friend, and that's just how they talk. But I said at the same time, I felt like your friend shouldn't be sending heart emojis to you. Like I just felt like that. But I done matured from that. So, but in the end, she's right. You can't go off of that, but you can go off of that. But it's a mind thing. Your mind play tricks on you. But I promise y'all I did it. I ain't lying, but I promise I did that for real.
I'm okay, but yeah, crazy. That's what I'm like. This is what I deal with.
I don't do that no more, y'all. That was like,
Okay, you yelling.
I'm sorry, I don't do that no. No, because some of your friends is watching.
Table.
Some of your friends is watching. Y'all, I don't do that no more. I promise I don't do that no more.
Okay, jeez, calm down.
My bad, I don't do that no more.
A lot changed after marriage. More compromising and increase in communication. Been married going on 20 years.
Oh yeah, that's a long time. That's
Commend
a long
you for
time.
that. Yes, Miss Earl. Definitely compromising. And that was big. I was big on that in my vows. I was like, babe, you're shaking something.
Oh, that's funny.
Compromising most definitely is number one, and communication. For real, because yeah, I made them vows and I was like, I promise I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna try my best to be patient. Yeah, and I'm gonna try my best to, be more compromising.
Which you have. You've been doing very good. You've been doing very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20 years though. I'm trying to get like you.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's what's up. All right, Miss Jessica Greer. How do you handle a conversation with your significant other that always like to message a conversation with other females, but delete things because they feel as if that will start an argument in your relationship? You wanna? We'll both chime in on that. Okay, so me personally,
Yeah, you go first.
I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking.
Okay,
I'm gonna let her talk. Let me give me some water real quick.
I got you some. Here you go.
Oh well, thank you.
Who I was about to say the same thing. Somebody else just commented. Ashanti, she commented, Chad, leave them alone. I'm sorry, because what you gotta hide something for? What you gotta hide something for? Like, what you gotta delete it for? If it's nothing going anything, no. Okay, it depends on if it's dealing with something with you, like a surprise with you. Yeah, I can see them deleting the message so you won't find out. But if it's no, I'm not even about to sugarcoat it. Get rid of them. Whoever it is, whatever it is, get rid of them, because what you deleting messages for? Why can't I see the message? Why you gotta delete it? Why you gotta delete it? What you hiding?
Okay, but it's not. This is what I'm assuming. Okay, if he texting the female, now if you know the female, do you know the female? That's number one. Okay, if you know her, that's a plus. Mm-hmm. If it's somebody you don't know, then yes, that's a red flag.
No, I got this.
No, wait. Okay, so if he know how you are, okay, if you one of them girlfriends who don't want them texting no type of female at all, like I get it. Males have female friends. It's not just for any other purposes. They can be female friends. He can be texting his female friend, but in his head, he like, dang, my girl, even if I'm just texting her just to, hey, how you doing? We chopping it up, you had a good day, work going crazy, whatever the conversation is about, nothing left. Him in his mind, he probably like, my girl, like, not saying you insecure, but he probably like, oh, she don't want me talking to no girl. Like, she probably gonna think that it's something and it ain't nothing. And she probably gonna be like, oh, well, who is this? If you don't know her, like, all these questions is gonna come in his head. Like, what's she gonna think? So that's probably why he delete the messages, because he don't want to cause a argument. Like, this is what I'm thinking. But if it's like a constant thing, he should, first of all, if it's his friend, she should know who it is.
Exactly.
Right.
But so, if it's a conversation between you and your friend, why you gotta delete the message?
I just said why. If the girlfriend or his wife or whatever, if they are like they don't like that. That's just like if I was to just be sitting here texting somebody and you don't know who it is. Well, okay, if it's my friend, like how you said, and you get mad just by a heart emoji or a smiley face or something like that. I'm sorry for cursing. I do apologize. That's something I'm working on. But yeah, something like that. Like if he know, just that's insecure. Really, that's kind of like insecurities. Like if
No,
he
see,
can't have no friends to text.
But see, if you would have deleted that heart,
then that would have been like, well, why am I deleting it if I ain't got nothing to hide?
No, see.
Okay, I get what you're saying. He deleting it because he got some hide. Because I ain't deleted because I ain't.
Yeah, because you didn't have nothing to hide. Okay, but you can also see. I was gonna say, no, he deleting messages. No, because you shouldn't have anything to hide from your significant other or your partner. Now, if you know the friend, if you know his friend, because everybody is open to have opposite sex friends, whether you're a man or a woman, right? Now, if say his friend, the female friend, they texting, he shouldn't have to delete their messages because the conversation shouldn't even go to where it need to be deleted.
Yeah.
Right. And you can tell when somebody delete a message after they message thread. I'm an investigator. You can tell.
Girl, we see. It's a red flag. Okay. If he has to delete something else going on, red flag. Okay. Maybe I'm just trying. Okay, let me say this. I'm always that person that had like have the good side and the bad side to it. Like, I'm always trying to find the good in something, and that you can relate on that.
Yes, you do with everything.
And you know that. So it ain't like I'm just like, oh, he but I'm trying to kind of sort of be, 50-50 here. That's what everything. That's just me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where communication is key.
Yeah, communication is key. Definitely. And I like what Miss Earl said and Ashanti said.
If you think I'm not gonna like the conversation or approve, don't delete. Just be honest and take the consequences with it. That's a combo about it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. True indeed. Hey.
That's what I like that. Take that. Okay, so we got.
Oh, you got. Wait, that's not it.
Oh, we got more questions.
That's not it. All right. Yeah, because those are different things that you're looking at.
Okay.
Before things get too serious in a relationship, what's something that you need to know first? Question to know.
Do you do drugs?
You asking that first?
Yeah. Do you do drugs? Are you a felon?
Those are some answers that we got back. Like, how y'all feeling about that? What's something? What you gonna ask first? Me personally, I'm asking.
Are we family? That's a good one.
You took the words out of my mouth, because I promise you, like, we don't know who is cousins, who is who's for real. Like, I'm saying cousins because it be them cousins that you don't know nothing about.
They be trying to get with
for real. I ain't gonna lie. We done experienced some of that. Are we family? Okay, bet. So what's something other than you said? Because those are answers people said. What would you ask?
Oh, well, I would ask, have you ever dated a Libra? Because we very unbalanced. And are you able to control me? Or able to, let me not say control, are you able to handle me?
If you want there, are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay, yeah, because she definitely asked me that. She asked me that was the first thing, because we was friends, y'all. And once she was ready, or once she felt like I was ready to be her girlfriend, she asked me, "Are you ready?" And y'all know what my response was? Ready for what? Girl, I thought I was going to eat something. Like, oh, we about to go get something. She was like, "Are you ready?" I'm looking at her like, "Ready for what?"
Yeah.
To eat.
Yeah, you're funny, man. No, for real, because it's a lot coming with me. Shoot, first, yeah, I'm a Scorpio. That's a whole nother ball game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I come with a lot. So, yeah, I had to make sure you was ready. Mm-hmm. But then on top of that, I need to know if your religion. I need to know if you had any kids. Thank God that you didn't prior. Family oriental, because I love my family. I love mine as well. Yeah, ain't nobody keeping me, no narcissists and none of that, keeping me away from my folks. No.
I love mine as well.
Yeah, and what's another one?
I just need to know if like whoever asked that, are you a felon, so I can know how to ride with you, because I'm a ride or die. I need to know what I need to do, what I need to stash, whatever, because I'm a ride or die. You gonna do the time, and I'm gonna stay out here to make us our money.
We supposed to go down together,
No, it's gonna be a Gucci and Keisha. While he did the time, she came up with her waist trainer and all that. She made the bread for him while he was making bread inside. But she came home. He came home with something to come home with. But I'm gonna ride it out. You just gotta let me know what we doing. That's all.
Bingo. What's your credit score? What's your credit score looking like?
Yeah, your life goals. I like that.
Yeah, and your life goals. Definitely gotta have some goals.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta have. Okay. Boom. That goes into the next one. Very good. Goals.
I like that.
So I put this poll on Instagram. And the question was, should you put a time on marriage or no?
Would y'all put a time on marriage? Because that is a relationship goal. If you ask somebody what are your goals and they say, "Oh, I want to be married by the age 30," because that's what I said.
I don't think that's why we got married.
No, that is not why. It just so happened that I turned 30 this year, but that's not why we got married.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not why. But I did have a goal. That was one of my marriage goals.
I didn't, honestly. I never would have thought I'd be getting married. Never. But found myself late. Yes, I did.
Well, I'm glad you found them.
Yes. Now I would. Okay, so what?
Why would you?
Yeah, why would you? Why would you? Why? Because as I stated before, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, well, we're going to go back to the marriage topic on another segment, but I mean, me and baby been together for 10 years. We was engaged in about 5. Yeah, about 5. Then we was like, you know what? Let's just get married.
I guess people put, I think people put a goal on marriage because they don't want to feel like you're wasting their time. Excuse me. People know the person that you with, like she said, because her time being wasted. I knew where you was going with that. I feel like people know when they want to marry somebody, right? So why waste it? Like, she never knew my goal was to be married by 30, right? And when we first got engaged, we didn't announce it to nobody. We didn't tell our parents. No, when I say nobody, we just went and bought the engagement rings, and it was our anniversary weekend, and we was in we got a hotel in South Park, doing our thing, sitting on the little couch in the hotel room. Turned around, said, "Babe, I got something to say." She said what she had to say, popped out with the ring. Y'all know what I did? I didn't even cry. I said, "Girl, that's crazy, because I got you a ring too." Boom, here you go. And that's just how it was. Because when you know and you got that feeling, you gonna pop that question. And later on down the line, well, we was engaged for 5 years, and then honestly, when that situation happened to me when I was in the hospital, and then I was able to talk again, that's when I opened up to her and was like, I really want to, like, I know that I knew that I wanted to marry her, but I was like, we was in the process of planning our wedding anyway, but I was like, we don't even have to do that big wedding. We could go now. I could go to the courthouse and marry you now in this wheelchair. And that's when I told her, like, babe, my dream is coming true. I'm about to be married before I turn 30. And that's when she found out that my goal was to be married before 30. It just happened. Life just happened like that. But if you have a goal to get married by a certain age, I get it, because you don't want nobody wasting your time. Because people know when they want to marry somebody. Believe me, they know.
But what's the big deal, though? I mean, married is a one-day thing and a whole lot of money. Well, depending on what you want.
Yeah.
But it's one day. That's how I felt about it. I mean, we don't spend years together. I mean, yes, nothing can amount to that one day. It was just so precious and just lovely. But I mean, it's, it's a yeah. We had the rings already, like we said. I mean, it was just a party.
Yeah. But we said marriage. That marriage topic gonna be another day. Cause there's a lot that come with marriage, but definitely, definitely, I agree with that.
You manifested that, yes, and I agree. You should write it down
And put a time on it.
Okay. All right, so we know y'all. We're gonna
But
have
that
a lot of
don't.
people popping out with them dates.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
But
ready
that
to see
doesn't
it.
mean rush your partner.
Yeah.
That does, if y'all together for a year, right? And y'all and say that whether it's a man or a woman, and they say, or you tell them, I want to get married within 2 years. That doesn't say go and say, oh, let's go look at rings now. No, because that's what's gonna get you not married. Don't rush. Just let it go. That if you already said, hey, I want to get married within these 2 years, right? Let them do it. Don't rush it. Because once you start rushing it, especially with a man,
It's gonna be a mess.
it's gonna be a mess, and he ain't gonna never do it. Don't keep iterating it. Oh, I said I want to be married in 4 years, 5 years, 2 years. We've been together for 2 years. We got to get married on the fifth year, because that's when he's not gonna do it, or she not gonna do it. I mean, just let it flow. Let life flows. And then if you really want to be with that person, they really want to be with you, then that's when they're gonna do it. And then also, I say not rush it too, because for experience, a lot of people think we're not perfect. Let me just say that. We're not perfect at all. But the reason why a lot of people a lot of people love us or like our relationship, because for one, we keep it straight 100. For two, they know our love is genuine and is real. And for three, if you know us, you know that we've been through hell and back. And I'm glad we didn't rush and get married when we said we wanted to,
Yeah.
because the things that came after that engagement, hmm,
Yeah.
was hell itself, from relationship, from family, from to friends. And we got to experience that before saying I do. So now that if it comes within our marriage, we know how to handle it. We not like that.
No,
but
knocking it off.
but we know how to handle it the right way. So I would say that's another reason not to rush them into doing it.
Yes. Good. Yes, another one agreeing. Don't rush.
Yeah, don't rush it.
Don't rush.
She said, "Oh, wait." Who to say that the person for you, that's why you shouldn't rush it at all, or divine time? Yes, that's right. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Patience.
Let it be. Now, yeah, just let. I just say don't rush it. That's just from the experience. Don't rush it. Don't rush it.
All right, next one. Bills paid, or you want your significant other taking you out.
Pay my bills.
Getting you flew. What did they say?
Flew out.
You want to get
out.
flew
Pay
out?
my bills. Pay my bills and fly me out. I'm not gonna. That sounds so crazy. Fly me out. Fly me out. Pay my bills and fly me out. That's what you can do.
That's it.
And that's what she do. No, she don't pay all the bills. But if she wanted to, she could. But
bills.
I'm not the type of spouse that's gonna say, hey, you gonna pay the bills. No. I like to do 50-50. That's just me. That's how we roll, 50-50. And we fly each other out. She say, babe, pack your bags, we going here. I pack my bags and we going here. And I say, babe, pack your bags, we going here. And it's on me. That's how we do. That's compromising.
That's it. That's
how you do that. And that's how your relationship lasts longer too. That's how
bills.
Pay my bills. Pay my bills.
That's a good one.
It was another question.
That's a good one.
Oh, here's a good question. Um, do you guys tell your relationship business to your family and friends? How do you guys feel about your partner and your spouse telling you guys business to their family and friends?
All right.
Oh well, this next question, Miss Brandy Nicole, I said her name right.
Mm-hmm.
How did you both handle the friends and family issues once engaged? Cause this is a lot for me and her relationship. Just asking for a little advice.
So at first, when we first got engaged, like she stated, nobody knew.
Nobody.
We just put the pictures on Facebook. Why we do that, I don't know, but
We didn't think the reaction.
yeah, we didn't. We thought that the people would have been more so happy. I mean, they was happy, but they was more so like, why y'all didn't tell us y'all was doing this? And what
Our
else?
parents, they was
Yeah,
like, you should have talked to
we
me
wanted,
about
yeah,
it.
we wanted to be a part of it, like as if we had done when we got married,
Yeah.
and all that. But I want to say,
We did play a joke on it.
yeah,
Bro.
we did play a joke when we went to Vegas, act as if we did get married or whatever. They was totally mad about that too. More so, it wasn't that they was just mad. Like I said, they wanted to be a part.
Mhm.
So that's why we made sure they was very much a part of our big day.
And my question is to you, Brandy. Is your family and friends, do they approve of y'all relate? I'm not gonna say approve, but do they approve of same sex? Because
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I know some of my family is watching. That's one thing we're gonna do is keep it real here on Put Into a Podcast. One of my issues that I ran into was my family not, I'm not gonna say not liking, but at the time they wasn't with the same sex. They same sex marriages, same sex relationship. They wasn't with that. So I had more issues than Mrs. Cash Out did. But at the same time, it's up to, if those are the issues for you all, you have to sit back and say what makes Brandy and your fiance happy. What makes y'all happy? Is making your family and your friends happy because of that decision? Or are you doing it because you're happy? And that's where I had to be at. That's what I had to learn. Like, I couldn't continue to live my life to make people happy. I had to make myself happy. So I would just say try to weigh out the two to see which one is, see why you're having that issue, and also ask. It's nothing wrong with asking, because I did that. I asked. I sat some people down and I said, "Why are you so mad? Is because she a girl? What? Why are you so mad?" I literally sat some people down and said that question. Why are you mad? Honestly, and I had to break it down to them. I do not. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day, I did date boys. I did. We both did. I mean, we did. We keep it real. We both did. But that's not what we like. That wasn't what we wanted. So I had to keep it real with them. Like, look, this is not what I want. This is not what I'm be. This is not what I want. This is not what I'm going to be. But this, if I'm going to be this, then this is who I'm going to be with, and you're going to have to accept them, regardless if you like it or not. That's just that. Keep it straight 100 with them.
Yeah.
You gonna roll with it or you ain't? Roll on out the door or roll on the bus with us. Which one? You gonna be flued out with us or you gonna be stuck here on the ground while them wheels going up? For real.
She says, yes, they approve, but also they're opinionated. Her side is more wanting to be involved and thinking being in every part of our relationship, good and bad, is appropriate. We don't want people involved when we are not on the best of terms. I feel it is nobody's business, but yeah, they get mad. I mean, of course, people don't want to be nosy, and you gotta set boundaries. You just gotta set boundaries. Like this, we got it. It's none of your business. You can in the IG. It's none of your business, and yeah, just us. We got it. I mean, and another thing too, they won't know when you good or when you bad. Don't put none of your business on social media. That's something we had to learn. You kind
Oh,
of twisted or something like
I
that. You
am.
said.
I ain't gonna do it.
That's something that you gotta pretty much learn is, control yourself. Don't put your business out there. So won't nobody have to worry about trying to get in your business. Just be like, we good. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
keep
all.
them out your business. And I was gonna say that about social media too.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody know what's going on with us now, for real, for real. Like, at all. Don't nobody know what's going on. Like, let them talk. Let them talk. And then especially don't tell them when y'all on bad terms, because that'll start making them look at the person different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's gonna make them look at that person totally different.
And when you give too much information,
Yeah. And then they're gonna start saying, "Well, that's why I told you not to be with them," or that's why you shouldn't do this because they this, and this. Just keep them out.
Yeah.
Just keep them out.
Like Miss Earl said, that keep family and friends out your business.
Just keep them out.
You'll be surprised how much better off you'll be in your relationship for real. I mean, not throwing no shades to family or friends. I mean, we trust our friends, we trust our family, but it's more so getting other people's opinions. That's really what it is getting their opinions, and those opinions can sometimes get in your head and you thinking like, well dang, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they right, and that caused a big mess.
Because if to be honest, if we kept our family and friends in our business, it wouldn't be no Mrs. and Mrs. Stewart. To be honest, but we go like this, and those the same ones that's trying to be opinionated, and the same ones that's trying to give you advice and stuff, it's gonna be the same ones that go like this.
Yep.
They go like this. For real, they gonna start dividing because sometimes people know or people be jealous of what you have, so they try to give you bad advice so you can get rid of what's good for you. Mm-hmm. So you have to stop telling them your business because they go like this. I'm telling you, I'm a witness. They go like this. For real, they separate. They do like Noah did the water. Separated that water. I'm sorry. I had to get
She got a little Jesus in her. Yeah, that's what Jessica just said. She said friends can be jealous and envy your happiness.
No, that was Moses. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at me.
That was Moses. Moses part of the race.
She know a little bit about Jesus.
Noah built the ark for Moses. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Me, I'd be like, dang, yeah, can relate. I'm telling you exactly. Then when I'm sorry, exactly. And then when you all on good terms, family, friends still stuck on bad terms in a relationship. Yep.
Yeah, that is so true.
And
they will never get it out their head.
That's it. Yes, so she said Brandy chimed back and stated that once she got engaged,
we did the engagement privately.
They did that
Seems like we lost a lot of family and friends.
Yeah. It's not that they're mad about the situation. It could be like on our behalf, they wanted to be involved, but technically if y'all wanted it to be an intimate moment just with y'all two,
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. Everybody don't want to have a big spotlight all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's okay to be private. It's definitely okay, especially with your relationship. Nowadays, you definitely got to be private with your relationship.
And sometimes it's not for show. A lot of people want to be apart so they can show you off. And sometimes things don't need to be shown off. Certain things do and certain things don't.
That's it. All right. But sometimes you have to leave family and friends right where they are. They will still be family. Love them from a distance and love you more. Do what's best for you. That's it. Love you more. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love me. That's it. Love you more. Y'all giving me some real good advice. And
yes, y'all are.
Some good questions on here. No problem, Brandy. We appreciate you for chiming in, and hope we could help you and assist you a little bit with the feedback that we have.
Anybody else have any questions to the other viewers? We don't want to leave nobody out. We don't want to leave anybody out. If you have a question and you don't want to write it, you can, if you have our number, you can text us. You can write us on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll answer it. on the next segment of relationships or the segment of marriage, we'll answer it. But definitely with your relationship and your marriage, just be together. Love each other for one. Communicate.
Respect.
Trust.
Ooh.
Respect and trust each other.
Get you a long way.
It does.
And you gotta have a little bit of faith in that too now.
Yes, you do.
Cause boy.
And for the ones that got the goals for the ring, if you have all that, you'll get your ring.
Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Plug into a podcast. Y'all already know how we end this segment. We're gonna end this segment with our theme song. But before we do that, we do want to definitely give a moment of silence. Rest in peace to the 14-year-old young fella who lost his life. What was it, in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Orlando. In Orlando, Florida. Tyreek, they call him Big Tick. Rest in peace to him. Just gonna do a little moment of silence for him, and we're gonna close out with the plug Tangela's dedication song. As we stated, we're definitely gonna close out every session with that. Because again, this podcast is dedicated to her. She is the plug. Appreciate y'all for plugging in.
I pray to God and cross my heart because this pain is too legit. Remember when I met told me stop drinking and pay attention to this shit. I lost some friends, they were pretend only around cause I was lit. I love you nigga, I miss that vibe because your love was genuine. My phone calls from old faces, where were you when shit was shaking, when she was depressed and couldn't bring it. So your love right now is fiction. You only seen her smiling face, go through the drought. We came up playing, thanking God for that time that we had. Praying to God like that I make you mad. Bro, I miss pain, could you please bring her back? I lost my heart, feeling seeing the tag. Haven't felt this low, still calling your phone, hoping you call me back. Prayers to my cousin, but she need way more than that. Hoping I don't overdose, hoping I'll do prescription. Everything's so motion, try my best to forget you, but every thought got you in it. Every thought of us winning, this was just the beginning. We found our way, some of them miss. We had some days we were straight beating, but on the phone, got all the talking shit to each other. I'm like, you dumbass motherfucker, but at the end, tell you I love you. Crawling up, sleeping all on your couch, having sneaking links all in your house. When I was feeling down, you lift me up and told me not to give a fuck like Drew, all that pussy shit, shut up. Like it's time to run it up, I got up. Trying to make $1 million profit, do some shit you only thought of. Your words created a monster, first lick was with your uncle. Like, I ain't know that bitch over 8 days, and she just threw 10 grand in the air, and I remember that shit like it was yesterday. There's some man, cause I ain't getting no shoes, you made me go get her some. So fucking fuck, it hurt me walking through this song, getting that call, I was in New York, didn't believe it, still don't go get it, even go kill some. Took my little wish, bitch, my little sister hurt me deep, love turned to hatred. Fuck everybody for love, I saw the devil up a foot down. Thinking, what a trust down, my heart black, cause it been burnt out. I'm switching, I'm just tapped out, in my lane, thugging out a trap house, on the road like I got a membership, fucking hoe, thinking this was light back. Got my son on the way, gotta tell him be cautious, love him, we'll take it down. Smiley faces ain't always the prettiest, most be the shittiest. Everybody all sorts of shit, don't fuck with niggas, can't trust a bitch. 100 pound, I'ma kill a bitch, no dog bark when I tell him get it. Just a broken heart in the 30s, stick when them tears fall, I'm the devilish. So that's every day I'm battling. Seems like I'm on settle in. I'm about to let the devil in, cause I know God took you in.